Michael here at drawingteachers.com. We're going to draw the name Jack in graffiti letters, and we're going to do this on a curve. So I've set a base and a top line, and I'll begin by penciling in the letter J with a big sweeping curve on the J, and then block in the letter A. It's essentially a triangle, a C, and now the K. Now we'll begin to outline these letters and form a structure. A large curved rectangle, and then going to have a thick end to this and make the part that connects rather narrow. Now, following the curve of that bar on the J to line up with the A, I'm going to draw the A right in there, and also use the base curve there from our bottom line. And just pencil in the center part of the A. And we'll be connecting the J to the A there. Now for the C, I want to have a curve that reflects well off the J and then also somehow connects up to the K. So you see you've got the curve of the J there and the curve of the C. They sort of mirror each other. Trying to work a little thick and thin into the letter. And we'll have that bridge over and connect there on the K. Now we'll kick an arrow off on this part of the K, and I'll try to work the lower part of the K here. And I'm just going back and working on some of these lines and working on the thicknesses, thinking about the way pieces balance against each other and what I can do to make all these letters work together. We're adding some serifs to the A, and with some serifs here on the J. Connect that. And just looking at the letters and kind of working out. I feel like that part of the J is too long, so I'm going to shorten that up. Adjust that part of the J some here. Now that J is nice and thick. I feel like I need to thicken up some of the parts on the K to balance it better. Just make that a little heavier over here. Trying to decide whether I should cut it off or leave the serif. I think the serif is going to be the way to go. And so we'll put a little serif onto the J to work in a way that it mirrors the K. Here I'm going to adjust the connection point on that a little bit because that top does need to be strong. And we'll angle those pieces inward some. And when you're doing letters, you just have to keep working the parts of them till you feel like the letters all balance out really well. So I'm pretty pleased with that. It's always a struggle. You never seem to have it perfectly the way you want, but I think we can make corrections as we go with the Sharpie, and I might change that more to an arch there. Again, going to mirror the base part of the J. Okay, now let's get our Sharpie out and just go ahead and outline all of this drawing work we've done. And I've gone ahead and cranked this up to high speed so that we don't spend a great amount of time following me markering. The important things here are just to keep your hand loose and turn the paper if you need to get a good line. And we're just about done with this pass. And next step will probably be to erase out the pencil lines here. I'm using a kneaded eraser. And now come back in and draw a drop shadow. And I will shade that with little lines as we go. So notice I'm not completely shading the area in. I'm leaving some wider and narrower white gaps between the black lines. And there we have our outlined, drop shadowed and outlined piece of art. Now I'll take some markers and using warm colors, I'm going to go ahead and color the base part of these letters in yellow. So the lower half is yellow, and I'll come around the upper half and just do an outline on the inside of the letter edge. And now coming back with some orange, draw an orange line along the bottom edge of the letters, and then a little more softly working my way up the edges. And now doing some light shading. This marker is a little dry, so that actually works to my advantage. Now you could stop there, or if you'd like, you can add a little color to the top. I'm going to use a little colored pencil to just put a little bit of blue, soft blue, and it'll mix with that yellow up there. And then we'll take a little bit of a green marker and just pop some green up there. And one more thing in order to make this whole design pop a little more is a little bit of red down at the bottom, and finally a gray marker. I'm going to just run around the edges here and almost give the outline itself a little drop shadow, but really just going all the way around it. And we're going to call that done. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we'll check out our other lessons. Thanks for watching.